Okay, now.
Okay, all right. 7:01, so I will call this June 12th meeting of the Columbia Borough Historical Architectural Review Board to order. Would we please have a roll call?
Do you have a sheet?
Ryan Brandt. Althea Ramsey Kerrigan.
Here.
Jonathan Lutz. Matt Barley.
Here.
Peter.
Here.
Nathan Mountain.
Here. Could everyone please stand for a moment of silence and pledge to the flag? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone had a chance to review the minutes from May 8th. Any motions to approve?
How much you approve?
Second. Motion second. All those in favor? Aye.
Who was the second? Either one. Okay. Nathan, and we'll do Althea.
All right, moving on to new business. I think we have 3 new applications to review this evening. First being,
Peter, can you talk? Move your mic. We're having problems hearing
okay,
on the live stream. Thank you.
is that any better for those that are live? All right, first COA this evening is for 170 South 5th Street. Would the applicant please step forward? Welcome back.
Can I ask that we do the windows first, and then we'll do the siding? Okay.
So you have the
Do you want
specs for
to-
the proposed windows here in front of us.
I can try.
I don't know that we need to, I just,
Yeah, I can try. If you want an explanation, Donna, let me introduce Donna. She's our interim zoning officer.
okay.
So if you want her to do an explanation of the applications, that's totally your call.
Well, refresh my memory. Last month we had looked at window replacement that had already been completed. Is that right? And there was a little bit of a question as to whether or not a permit was needed for that work. Is that right?
Well, that was not on the permit application, the building permit application.
Okay,
I think that occurred prior to just starting here.
okay. So the materials related to windows that are in front of us are more or less for our feedback. We're okay with what's already been installed.
Well, last time we were here, didn't get permission, but I wasn't told not to. And then from the council, I guess, the code office, they said until, just leave that front alone, which I did for a while. And then after the meeting, I put it in.
Okay,
The difference between the regular windows and ones with grids was about $2,300.
okay. So the bay window's gone, we now have the 5 double hung 6/6.
It matches,
Window.
it matches the block.
Okay.
If it's got two above on the second floor and has one below the door, it's got three on the second floor and then has two down below the door.
So if that aligns with everything in front of us, I have no concerns with what's presented today. We all agree on
Yeah.
The window.
Size.
the window
It
component.
does look
Okay.
okay.
All right, moving on then, I think we have some siding.
That's, do you have a picture of the front bay window? Where you look?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to put on the front, which is a cedar impression. So we cedar on the front, like to make it feel cedar shingles. And on the side, I wanted to do, which the other siding wasn't nothing fancy, it was just a straight double ply. This is a Dutch lab. It's a monogram, so it's the heavier of the two. This is better of the two. And then on the bump out on the first floor, we wanted to do it vertical. That way, kind of boom, boom, break it up a little bit, make it a little snazzy. No shutters,
The bump out on the side.
just on the first floor, let's do vertical on that.
And this is all wood frame construction. The front of the side is all wood frame.
The whole building is original, all wood frame and fully, it's not attached on either side. Probably just gonna go with this color.
Mm-hmm. And the reasoning for the shingle look on the front, is there a price point? That's a more expensive.
Well,
And
yeah,
then switching to this,
well, your average siding is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe like $200 a square. This is $450 a square.
I asked that because in general,
And then this monogram, this is, you have the regular double five Dutch lap, and then you have monogram, which the clip system's a lot better. And it just thicker all around better.
in general, unless there's a real structural material change, I prefer to see the same finish type carried around an outside corner in general. In other words,
So maybe it's gonna make it cheaper on the,
well, I personally, I've reaction. Unless we had evidence that there was a more of a cedar shape.
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying, did you see what that place used to look like?
Right, yeah, I guess-
I mean, this is gonna be probably one of the snazziest places on the corner.
Yeah, I think I would say, I would agree with you, when you haven't already purchased it and you want to, I would agree with Peter's
I
direction.
think the more correct,
We'll just do the double five all the way around.
honestly, yes, I think that would be my preference.
All right, well, then you're saving me some money.
That shingle product's a nice product, I'm just looking for, but I would agree with you.
Well, I have it on my house down in Conestoga, and I think it looks, we got it on
It
both
does,
ends.
yeah.
We got
yeah,
both
I'm not-
ends on the sides, then you got the regular double five, like this Dutch lap around the rest of it. And then the middle's open where it goes up in the cathedral, and then we're putting all the little thin, like a stick on it. So,
Yeah, it's more so the fact that there'd be a change from front to side to something on the side, which
So basically, so
Which would be very
tell me you don't
unusual.
want to sit there and drive a Chevy Chevette. You can rather drive a Chevy Chevette than drive a Corvette, is that what you're telling me? That's what I'm throwing at you, I'm throwing you a Corvette, you know, saying, look, this is 200 and this is 450 a square.
yeah, it's not so much the feature of the product, it's the uniform appearance of the building as a whole.
But where does it come into play? I mean, where they're like, this is our money, and like, this is our house, like, we should have something to say in it.
Debbie,
This is,
could you grab the mic, please?
oh, I think
I think the main
They
problem
But I'm
is
just saying,
that
like, I feel like I'm
they
back to facility with my parents here, and asking permission for something that just doesn't really make any sense. This thing's been sitting dilapidated for 3 years. Nobody did a single thing about it. I'm ready for rough inspection. I just bought this place in March, and I haven't been there for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, we all agree that anything you're doing here is an improvement. I appreciate that. I'm just commenting
Throw me
on
some rope here a little bit.
historical
listen, all that seems like I'm getting is somebody just sit there saying, bam, 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 bam. It's like, I'm not getting like no leeway here. I just don't feel it. Like I definitely didn't want to get out there and start to play with nobody because it doesn't get nothing. But at the same time, it's just like us as customers, it's like where do we have kind of any say in anything? And after all, this is our money. And after all, like we are fixing a borough problem at the same time. Without you guys putting out a penny.
Sure. I'm just suggesting it's uniform, whether you want to use the more expensive product on all
All right, so
sides
give me a go ahead on the.
or the
on
cheaper
side.
product on all sides. I'm
I know,
suggesting it's the
But the
same
thing is, you
material.
gotta understand something. We didn't
Historically-
cheap out on this thing at all.
Historically, things were not built that way, where there'd be one type of siding on the front.
Do you
side.
realize if you would have had any other contractor come in here, they would probably just laugh that thing out, throw some siding on like you wanted to do, and this, that, whatever. And what I don't understand how everybody be all right. It's like, man, we replywooded this whole exterior of this building, roof included. Rebuilt all the window boxes. I mean, come on, we rewired the whole place. This place is like a brand new house. We didn't take no shortcuts, and we're still not trying to take those shortcuts and the current shouldn't be. I mean,
So
I
you're-
would like to sit there and have something that really pops,
Strongly
something that really looks nice.
prefer to have the two materials combined. I'm asking a question, is that your,
Well, listen, I just, whatever you're gonna allow me to do so I can keep moving forward is really my main goal. So if you're gonna say that this is what you want on the whole thing, I think it would kind of look dumb, but I want to put a little spark to it.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was more of a high-level suggestion.
right, yeah.
It was
I'm
a-
just commenting on
Like, I'm not worried about
traditional
saving
methods,
$100. I
so,
mean,
you
you only
know,
talk
we're in-
talking about $1,600 extra dollars on the thing. And we got the windows with the building J, so I don't even have no J channel or nothing. All they got is outside corners.
That's a good look.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, I didn't cut no corners on this.
Yeah, again, I think it's more of a suggestion. Is that correct, Peter?
Correct, and my personal preference,
That's what-
I'd rather have it all.
Keep everybody happy.
than
I'll do
half
what you
and
asked me to do, but I'm not happy with the decision. I mean, if anything, it'd be the other way around. I mean, the contractor trying to do it cheaper route. And I'm not trying to do that.
Right, no, I just, unfortunately, in this case, I thought that might be more historically accurate.
The
It
one
was
you
more
want to
historically
do,
accurate than cedar shape.
the one you want to
And
do on
Something
the front,
uniform,
can you do that on the
same
side?
everywhere, it's more historically accurate.
Well, all right, let me ask you another question. So what about all these new homes that they got straight up siding, they got different color siding, up in the east, they got cedar shade.
Okay, I'm not sure how that relates.
I'll get you pictures, there's a house just.
Well, I know exactly what
He's
you're
trying
I'm
to
not
point
sure how
out to
that-
make it more to the time period when the house was built.
And we're not talking about an
Yeah.
accent, like if there was a
Yeah.
gable on the front of this house and you were talking about can we use this product as a gable only, that's something else entirely, but that's not what.
He's trying to make it more historically correct. So if historically it was the same material on the whole way around the house, I mean, quite honestly, if you put the shingle on the whole way around it, well,
And so tell me what's historical about the siding that took off that building, please.
there isn't. Because originally it was
So
a
that's such
Dutch
a big
house.
argument about
So you
something.
get a cheaper house would have been what would have been on it.
Excuse me?
The cheaper would have been what would have been on it, and it would have been wood and painted. But
Well, I would prefer you to pat them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
they're just trying to make it fit. neighborhood.
All right, so if I put this one all the way around, I can keep it, you can tell me.
You can, I mean, ultimately, we're making a recommendation to council.
Well, at the same time, I don't want to measure everything.
The work will be a recommendation that decided.
He can put the other one up too.
Right, yeah,
What you're
absolutely.
recommending is consistent.
Consistency.
Correct, that's my
Well,
recommendation.
I'm not doing that all day. I can assure you that.
I've done that.
I did that all. All right,
We can recommend that it's the same all the way around. Council has the ultimate say.
Yeah.
We're recommending by.
all right, I'll just do that. Time is up.
Because he has to go back to council now.
Mhm.
So we just recommend, and then you go back to council, and they can, you can ask them.
So what does that mean, that I'm down another month?
Actually, that's.
I can assure you, I'm not waiting on that. So, I mean, if you guys are gonna be upset tomorrow, I'm getting mad right now, because I can assure you, in a month, there's gonna be siding on that building.
But we can't
Regardless
give
of
you-
what we say, I mean,
Okay, well,
We don't give you
I'm
permission
just,
for
I'm
that.
just being honest with you, I'm just telling you, that this time next month, we're gonna be siding on that building, if somebody better help me out.
Well, when does he go before council?
Oh. What time? What time? When is the next, when will he go to council? The last Tuesday of June. What's that, next week?
That's who's supposed to be.
Well, all I'm saying is like, listen, so. So the reason for my expediency here, okay, not that it's really into you guys, it's been just what I'm trying to put it to you. So I got two kids, one's living in New York, one's living in Lancaster. One's paying $1,600 a month plus utilities, one's paying $1,800 plus utilities. So, make long story short, one of their leases is done at the end of this month, one's done at the end of next month. So now my kids are on the line here. Okay, so I'm trying to do the right thing by coming in here and talking to you guys. Not a very good talker, no patience, that sucks. But, you guys help me out here a little bit. Somehow, yeah, I mean, I'm not really asking for anything other than.
Right. We're, I think, all in agreement that we are comfortable with the work, but we don't give you the permission to do it. That has to come from council. So I don't know what happens if you put it up and council is not happy with their approval.
Well, I can assure you this time next month, if I'm the answer.
So I think your meeting's coming up.
25th.
Yeah, I
All right,
would
well,
definitely,
that's where my patience was at.
yeah, but I would definitely get that because, you know, they can give you a cease and desist. And I don't think you want that. Besides-
Unless he already has a building permit to replace
I
the
got
siding.
building permits
Does he?
for.
He
I'm
didn't
doing
need a
everything.
permit to replace the siding. Is there, why don't you just focus on the interior, wait for the meeting to come up, and,
All right,
sorry,
speaking
I'm not
of,
used
so when we had to go through the blight department and all that, okay? They have a format of stuff that we have to do.
Mhm.
The siding was one of those things that I had to do. Windows was one of those things that I had to do. The upgrade on electric and all that was things that was mandated to me to do. And like, these weren't my choices. However, there were some things that were not structurally fit, let's just say it that way. And I just wanted to change it on my own because it was the right thing to do.
well, there's building codes, you have to follow those guidelines, you've got to,
All right, I can
Yeah,
assure you, this
yeah,
will be the last properties. that
okay,
we
let me
buy.
finish. Okay. So you needed a review from the historic commission, that's what they're here for tonight, then you'll get approval from council in
All
about,
right, so we were
2
here
weeks.
last month, we're here this
so
month.
for the
Now
next
you're
2
saying
weeks,
13
is there any
days,
way,
so
can I
what's
finish
gonna be
talking,
that?
please? I just want to get it out.
Okay.
Work on another project inside for another 2 weeks, and then you can go out there after council.
So what can I possibly do in there for 2 weeks?
I don't know what the status of your interior
I'm
is.
waiting on y'all. I'm waiting on you guys. Listen, if
Is
it
the
wasn't for
exterior
having
the only
somebody
thing
do
that
this-
you have left to do?
Huh?
Is it only the exterior that you have
So I
left
gotta
to do?
get a rough inspection and I need to put siding on.
Well, did you
All the roofs
contact,
are on, all
well-
the windows are in.
get your rough in from Commonwealth? You wanna contact them directly? And, when he gets out, it's going to be, whether it be this week or next week. It's only a few more days. And, then you can finish up with your, if you have electrical rough in, plumbing rough in, get your drywall up, get your paint
I
done.
can't do anything. All right, there you go.
I think we need a motion in
Yeah.
order for it to go to council.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion that the HARB approve consistent siding on the property.
I'll second that.
second, any further conversation, all those in favor?
Is that addressing the bump out area too? Because he was gonna go vertical with that.
You can't see that from the street, can you?
Yes, you can.
I got another
Right
question.
there.
Can I ask another question?
And actually, it's,
You know, I try to sit there and use relative common sense, you know, when I sit here and I do things. So I guess the last meeting, we were here last month, there was a question brought up by one of the board members about whether or not Club Good Times could see my building. How's come nobody asked about Holy Trinity over there in the school over there, whether or not they could see my building?
It's on a public.
I don't know, why
it's-
would anyone care?
I was-
Well, that was part of one of the questions that was brought up, whether or not, you know, so for me to get permits, whether or not, I mean, who gives a damn about Club Good Times, really? Not anymore.
If the public can see it from the street, right of way, sidewalk right of way, then that's what determines whether or not what needs to be reviewed by HARB. Nobody's reviewing anything in the back, nobody can see in the back, I don't believe, but,
I was going 1,000 miles an hour and now I got a parking boot on my car, can't move. That's the way I feel like with this project. I mean,
there's a process. So,
it's a process.
and every municipality has their process. You need to check with that municipality prior to beginning
I mean,
projects.
does anybody beside me see that this is ridiculous, and they decided that we can try to decide back one year and finish this project? I got dropped from State Farm because I had tied that from my building. I'm trying to get rid of the tie that from my building in your town. I need some help. That's all I'm saying. We're trying to be a hard ass. All right, thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. In response to this side bump out on the building, can we elaborate on it? I would just say across the board.
The motion
Uniform.
stands, it would be uniform.
Yes, including that section. Our recommendation is
I'll be honest, from my position, it's a lot easier. That's why I asked. When the time comes to go to a final, we've got it in writing then, okay, were we talking just the facade, were we talking just the side, were we talking
that
the
understood.
whole thing, or
Yeah,
what, so.
certainly we said detail. Okay.
I don't know how you follow
All right, new business item number 2, 318 Walnut Street. Applicant, please step forward.
Okay.
How are you? All right, so we are looking at replacing steps and adding a landing.
We have a sketch of the new, landing is from materials.
What was that?
We have a sketch of what the
Oh my
new
God, I hate
landing
this
will look like
mess.
from materials.
There was one you submitted with that.
There's a before and an after.
Yeah, it was-
Is this after?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate this mess.
Okay.
As you understand about needing a landing there,
What
So-
was that?
they said I can see why you wanted
Yeah,
a
yeah.
landing
So
there.
initially, I was just going out to get my mail one day, and I stepped completely through the steps there, completely without a doubt.
Yeah, and building code requires a landing.
Yeah, I didn't know how that was the case was kind of mirrored in movies.
Mhm.
It's been a lot of the shoot through the words. There was some a lot of pressure treated. It's less than 30 inches off the ground, so no, even the building permit for that, I wasn't really aware of how far. Yeah, so
You plan to paint at all?
I would like to stay in something. this
Okay.
color.
Any thoughts on the opening in the front? Getting close to the opening?
Um,
That is open, I assume?
Yeah, it's open, could put,
No, the bottom.
But below the landing, below the steps there, yeah, I might.
They're required to have a balusters no more than 4 inches apart spacing.
on the railing.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Up.
Underneath the landing and the railing going down.
Okay. So the space that's there now from the concrete to the landing, you're saying is something.
We're talking about beneath the landing.
Right.
I think baluster wise, railing wise, I don't have any concern. My
Right.
suggestion would be a finish, either appropriate stain or,
Yeah.
I mean, is the trim on the house, is that painted white or is it some stone?
It's just white.
Okay.
White paint.
Would, yeah, or white.
Looks like it has balusters.
Yeah. My concern is once you get dirty, using it more.
Yeah, and perhaps, perhaps the stairs could be something else, or the railing. Balusters, maybe, are they metal, black?
Yeah, they're
balusters?
black.
Okay.
I mean, they can remain, but I'm thinking that the main elements of the railing.
Could the treads in the deck be
Yes.
different
I think-
color?
Yeah, I think so. Staying gray or, obviously, right, you don't want to have white.
Yeah.
I'm talking some.
It might have to be a white stain because it's treated, I don't know. Do they make paint for treated?
Yeah, I think pressure treat, I do need to leave it age,
Oil.
That's why there wasn't anything done.
maybe a year.
Yeah.
And I thought it had to be oil based.
Might not.
Maybe like a Zinsser or
Unless you use a white stain, then I think,
solid body stain.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I would agree with Peter's suggestion to harmonize with the facade instead of clash. And I would like Peter's comments of maybe enclosing the opening below to keep the green.
Philadelphia siding, kind of like this.
Yeah.
Wainscoting.
Something vertical like
I think,
that.
yeah, I think the person that is unfinished without closing anything down there, if you were to do that.
What about the PVC lattice?
Yes.
No.
Lattice work or.
Yeah, I don't.
I think that's solid work.
Much nicer.
My kids will probably run in there and hide in there. Walk down the river.
Maybe like a shiplap or something.
Yeah,
Or-
even that,
Does
right.
it have problem?
Yeah, they're all under there.
I'd rather see it like a shiplap type of thing too.
Just some windows.
So,
As an aside, it actually, if you look at the old Historic Preservation Trust building on Prince Street, I don't know if it's original, but I think one of the older drawings has an entryway similar to that. So it's kind of interesting. Whether that was original to the building or not, we don't know, but it's certainly a historic style. Painted, of course.
So the shiplap and all that should be, we recommend that the same, just the treads, the decking itself would be a standard. Is your recommendation?
I think you could go either way, but I think we'd be open to the idea of a stain. I would make a motion to paint the majority of it.
I think the railing elements, other than the balusters.
Yeah.
And as far as the landing structure and the stringer and treads and risers, I would say they could all be uniform.
Okay.
Stain or paint. But yeah, the railing, handrail elements, something that needs one to be white.
That looks good.
Personally.
I'll make a motion to approve pending painting of the woodwork, excluding the treads and deck.
Recommend that they enclose.
And enclose the opening below.
Second,
There one.
any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Does he come back for the council before he does the staining and all that first?
Yeah.
Is that how that?
Well, I guess,
Technically, yes.
I'll have to kind of wait to even move forward with it, anyway, give it time to dry out.
Yeah, when was it constructed?
About a month ago, maybe.
Could be, do a little searching online, but I think I might have left mine on, I don't want, I mean, it was a while, I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think we should probably let it dry out.
There's a lot of moisture in
No,
that.
because when did you send the NOV?
Give it dry out summer.
Okay. Good, thank you. On to agenda item number 3, 137 Locust Street, Locust back.
2 months ago.
Hello again.
One addendum on that, Google says 3 to 4 months.
Right.
I would say the end of summer.
Yeah.
So we are revisiting the front door
Side lights.
side lights.
I did switch out the front door to the same front door. It was a little unclear last month, so I just did it. Forgive me. But we did not switch out the side lights. But I would like to.
Okay, so in the photo, the bottom photo here, where there's a white,
We're essentially taking the old side lights and we're gonna cut a hole and put in like actual window.
It's plywood.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
So it probably used to be windows and then
Yeah,
somebody.
and then somebody probably broke them because it was a diaper. So we would like to, we would like to bring light back into it. So we'll look, like that. And eventually working around to make outline that is down the line.
so in that image, the door is actually, that's not Photoshop, just the side lights from Photoshop.
Yeah, the door is white now.
Yeah, so that's the actual image.
That is the actual door. Yes.
So there's no grill lines.
Nope. Nope, the door is just glass.
And then I assume the side lights would be the same.
Yes, those are the actual signs.
Got it.
Just kind of Photoshop.
Motion to approve?
I'll second. Second, any further comments? All those in favor?
Thank you. Do I have to be at Borough Council, because unfortunately I have to be at Lancaster City Council on the 25th, I can have a.
That's a great question.
You should be.
What if she can't though?
Somebody, a representative?
Yeah, that's very kind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We have a list here of administrative approvals. Someone, is there anything you need to discuss?
No, they're pretty much cut and dry with. Do you have anything, Donna?
All right, and any public comments or questions? Other business here, we had some clarifications for the 12 South Fifth Street.
And he is not present.
Okay. And what the
Did you
question was?
send any questions in?
I can give you the gist. I guess he was confused by, why am I not finding it here? I believe the HARB board okayed the wrapping of the windowsills and bay window.
Thank you, guys.
Idea.
Thank you, good day.
Take care.
Here it is. And the Historic Preservation Trust did not agree with that, if that is,
Oh, okay. I think is that where we come to?
so he
replace or
just needs
paint
clarity on can he or can he not replace the bay window and the wood that he wanted to replace and have it wrapped.
I think we told him it was okay to wrap smooth profiles, anything ornate. Any millwork profiles, molding pieces that had a profile, curvature, detailing was to be replaced in kind, but the smooth surfaces could be wrapped in ornament.
I don't know how was at that meeting.
That was the last
Is that the last meeting?
It was in April.
That was after that, okay.
The reference from the HP number 6, and I guess this is where the confusion is. It has that it's inappropriate wrapping the bay window.
And that is true. It will not add light to the length of the looking at silk by wrapping it.
Right.
And that's the reason they do that. So the wood underneath the rock.
Okay. So what happens, where does this approval stand at this point? Because that comment was made by the Preservation Trust.
Right. But it did go before council, and I believe I sent you there. We had the executive brief and the certificate of appropriateness. And that's where it's confusing, because in the certificate of appropriateness, it has no wrapping of wood sills, headers, or the bay window. So I think he was looking for clarity.
Oh, okay. So maybe my recollection of something else. You're saying that our motion was to not wrap anything at that meeting in April.
That's not what I recall. I thought that he was given permission to do that. And that's how he left
On
that
April
too.
10th, the HARB provided recommendation to the Borough Council to approve the COA with condition that the downspout and work replaces remain the same.
Do I recall that he already had some wrapping on the house?
Yes, the front of the house.
I thought maybe it was the case that we had said if it was already wrapped, it did no good to deny him the right to rewrap it. Maybe I'm wrong. It wasn't exposed.
The front facade of the windows are wrapped. The side is not, and that's where the bay window is.
Okay.
I mean, it's the sill of the bay window is pretty rotted. I checked it out myself. Yeah. But his request was to wrap
Just
it.
wrap it.
Yes.
I mean, I would maintain if it's rotted, he should replace it. I think that's what he does.
Yeah.
And not wrap it?
And encapsulate with paint.
Okay.
Right.
I'm struck with Google that shows 3 row houses in the street.
But just so I'm clear, on the agenda executive brief for the April 25th, the description there, and I'm looking at page 7 of that PDF. The motion description there is supposed to be basically exactly what we said at the previous HARB meeting, right?
Oh, see there, it says no wrapping.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that is supposed to be, I mean, word for word, essentially what we determined.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Do we need to do anything?
No,
further?
I will pass that information along.
All right.
This was, I just wanted to update at our last meeting, Alethea and I had mentioned that there was the borough council was meeting with a consultant, with relationships with their GOA, is that the right word? But the idea of possibly expanding the historic district. So that's something we can consider. One concept that's brought up is that the Historic Architectural Review Board can create islands at certain locations. My sense is I didn't love that idea. One area, if there's no need to necessarily consider expanding it, but if it would be considered to expand it, and I guess this might be pretty high, but the block of 6th Street between Cherry and Lancaster Avenue sort of it's a unique block in that every house is exactly the same, and they're very well intact. And it's sort of reminiscent of the Victorian block, and it even has a park across it like in San Francisco. So just throwing that out there. We can make a motion, or we can think on it, or I just wanted to bring it to the attention that the Columbia is working with a consultant that is considering or introduce the possibility to expand the boundary of the HARB.
Can we recommend that the consultant take it under advisement that this is a unique feature that we
Yeah.
find?
We can. One thing that was brought up in the meeting was like adding a single house. It was like, I didn't love that
I
idea.
remember hearing that too.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah, I remember hearing the discussion of adding single properties.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, you could make a motion.
Can I throw out an idea? I worked in Manheim. The whole town was considered historic. But what they did was they made a designation, class 1, class 2, and class 3. Class 1 typically went between certain time frames and whether or not the structures were actually had those kind of details that you want to maintain. And most of the town was class 2, that they might have had a couple changes throughout the years before a historic commission was put into place. And then the rest were those that was the rest of the borough. And it made a difference as to what needed to be reviewed, what didn't. I mean, I still have the same thing I could apply in kind, same as what you have here. But I don't know if that would be making something a little easier or more difficult than just adding a block or adding this, because you don't, it's like zoning, you don't spot zone either, so.
I think the one thing we run up against a lot, as you could see here today, was people not knowing that they're even in the historic district. So if
Right.
it's spot, you know what I mean, it just makes it even worse.
Oh, yeah.
But with what you're proposing, a building like the first structure could be classified as a type 3 and be exempt from our
Sure.
jurisdiction.
So,
Which we've discussed doing something similar to that in the past.
well, is that part of what the consultant's looking at? How to structure the district, or just to expand it or not to expand it?
They did not, I brought up the exact same thing, and they said that there could be buildings within they worded it a different way. They basically said that there could be buildings that are non-significant.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
But the point is, like, the first building, you're trying to keep it more period specific, and he wants to make it
block.
Correct.
So he's trying to make it look like something that, they just built, he just altered. And that's what he's not understanding.
Correct.
And it's like, if you really wanted to have a level 1 HARB district, we wouldn't allow them to put vinyl replacement limits in either. I mean, there's nothing historical about vinyl replacement limits. But they can do that.
I think some of that too is determine what year the structure was built, how many changes were actually done to the facades. So I know that was done back in 1998. They all took pictures and they had this big catalogs of all showing what it looked like. And it was just thinking a little bit different than the way you think here. And I always like to get ideas out because he was just rude. I met with him 3 times.
He was looking for a fight.
Yeah, he was. He come in
Yeah, he is. But I mean, it's an historical district, you should try to stay consistent and not.
Well, if he bought a property in the historic district, if he didn't want to go through those, but he should have bought outside the historic district then.
Well, the thing is, he even did building without permits. I had only just started and we caught him, so.
But I wouldn't want to go put the siding on it, and get caught putting siding on it, that's an issue.
Well, then I'll just
They can make him
give
take it off.
him a citation.
Right.
And why can't his kids live in it until he puts siding on it?
Well, that's what I was
Yeah,
trying to get
The
at.
doors are in, yeah.
That was the
So
point.
are we-
That would be the last part you
So
do,
we
the
could be
siding.
Voting on this parcel here, or just in general?
I would make a motion to, I don't know, to include it in the historic architecture of the district. What does the board think?
I think it's kind of a cool idea, because it'd be kind of nice to keep some of these buildings looking more consistent.
It's a unique block. I mean, there's probably other blocks in Lancaster County like that, but I'm not sure. I can't think of another block where every in Lancaster.
How far outside the existing district is it? It's not much, is it?
It's not far.
No, because
No.
maybe it's in here. I don't know.
Or online, it's on the website.
I think it is on the website.
I wouldn't want to think of any cons.
Could maybe ask council too to run something like that by the solicitor, just to make sure that it's not being singled out,
Mhm.
I run into that all the time. That's one of the things in the front of my brain.
Do we have the ability to expand our district up?
The borough is considering. It's up for
No, I mean,
consideration.
do we have to
We
recommend.
can recommend,
to
Right,
have-
right,
yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically what you're making a motion for is to recommend to council that it be included.
I think so.
I could agree with that. Second,
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who was the first one?
no,
I thought you were the second.
Matt.
Yeah. So it is, let's pull up the map here. So it is technically outside of the,
But not far.
no, it's right here.
Yeah.
The other part that I was considering is this block here is very nice as well. But the consultant from Pittsburgh was recommending if you do make a historic architecture, if you add to it, that you add both sides of the street. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but
Is there any buses?
just a part of it. Yeah.
But that would be kind of nice to have the park and then have that, because it keeps the look.
Yeah.
It's kind of the idea of having,
Makes sense.
a historic town.
A motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Making seconds. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks for all the supporting papers and
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Who seconded?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Thank you.
Well,
I'm trying.
Third time reading here.
Pardon me, I forgot your name.
It's Donna, but that's okay. How
Donna,
about
I do like your idea of the different tiers, like maybe making the whole town.
Well, and it's just food for thought.
It gives us
I
an
love
opportunity
this
to
thing.
rent out houses that are, the slate roof that costs $60,000 to repair, but the house.
And
versus
the thing too,
25.
this ties a lot in with your property maintenance as well. Matt, who does property maintenance, to take an area and go do block after, like 2 or 3 blocks at a pop. And then have, unless it's just paint, maybe get people to upgrade a little bit or replace in kind and then it's new.
Are you in the office tomorrow?
I am in Mondays and Wednesdays.
Because I know one of my agents is gonna call you because we have a list of lots in Columbia. So we
Okay,
wanna find out if we can do it.
okay, they could email
Just
that
put
to me
down
and I can do it Monday for
that
sure.
on it, right?
No, they didn't make me.
Is that for you?
Your hard work is really bad.
It won't let me do anything.
You know what
What
we
is the
forgot
stance
to
on
do?
tiny homes?
Decide before meeting in July or not.
Well,
We normally
And
don't,
I
right?
believe the minimum is.
I don't